So I'm just wanting to show you guys, I found a bunch of this type of hat online. Nordstrom had it, a lot of places had it, but look how much it costs at Nordstrom, $65. And I made mine for less than $15. And a lot of the places were selling. There's one that's for $300. That's probably like real fur, but like, who wears real fur nowadays? Like, let's be real. But yeah, I'm just showing you like what I seen and versus what I made and like the cost of the price. Like, oh, that's a reasonable price there on Etsy. But yeah, these are the different hats. They had different kinds and different patterns, and I just think they're so cute and they're so perfect for the fall and for winter that I just had to make one. I needed one. But yeah, let's get into the video. Just don't understand. Like, this is my winter hat. This is my winter hat. Welcome back to the channel. This is BP Exclusive, and today's video I'm gonna be making a bucket hat, a furry bucket hat. So I'm gonna show you guys how I made this. It actually was a little harder than I thought it would be. Like, I actually thought it would be like way easier. You literally have to get the measurements so right. Like, I have some of this is like a little extra because like the measurements have to be on point, because if they're not, the hat is not going to turn out right. So like, I'll give you guys the measurements of this hat. I actually thought it was going to be too small, but it worked out so perfectly. Yeah, it is snowing outside, and this hat is gonna keep you warm, and it's so cute, and I'm gonna wear it every day. This is my new go-to hat. I mean, I can't wear buns, low-key. I'm not even gonna stunt. Like, if I want to wear this hat, I can't not wear buns because it's not gonna work. Of course. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. To cut out the measurements for the hat, for that, so you have to do like two separate, basically like it's two hats that you combine together for the inside of the hat. Like, for the inside of the hat, you have to basically make two hats. So I cut out all the measurements. So one of the measurements for the circle part of the hat, I made it 16 across, like 16 down, and I kind of like measured what's the middle point of 16.5 centimeters, and it was 8.25. I'm a little sick. 18.25. So I kind of measured it from each point, like from the bottom it was one solid, and then from the middle I marked it, and then that's how I was able to mark the sides as well. And then you kind of like just like kind of trace it. I don't know how to explain it, but like kind of trace it around, all around, and then I just folded it to make sure it was like perfect. I folded it around and make sure everything lined up. Then after that, I did go ahead and measure this part in centimeters. So let me show you that. So I measured 13 centimeters, and then that's how I was able to come up with this part. Like, the top is the separate part. This, we'll just put it on top. This top, and then you need to do the band part. Let me see if I can show you. Like this part. So for that, how I measured that. So I measured, so that's how I got 13, and then 13, that's how I was able to measure this. So I made this 13, and how thick I wanted it, I made that 9. So 13 across and 9 up and down. So after I did that, I cut out the square and I folded it in half. So I basically took this, measured it, put it in half before I show you the cuts, and then like unfolded it from the half and then folded these together like that. And then after that, where the creases were, I just cut individual lines to separate them, but not completely separate it. And then on another sheet of paper, I measure out 0.6 centimeters apart. So that kind of made it go this pattern. So from here, it created this shape, and that is for, it's basically half of the hat. And you're gonna fold, it's gonna be on a fold. So one side is gonna be on a fold and one side isn't. I basically did the same thing. I measured out the width of the bottom of that 13 inch. I measured that out after I separated it with the lines, like cutting the slits out. After I separated it, came out to 14 inches. So once I did that 14 inches, I was able to get the measurement for the third part, which is the flat part of the hat. So this part of the hat. So this part is how I got this part, is basically, so I measured that 14, I took that 14 inches from the bottom, and then I wanted it like about 3-4 inches. So I made it 3 inches long and 14 inches wide. So once I got that 14 inches from these, I cut it. I did the same exact thing, folded in half again. Where the slits are, cut the lines out, and this is where I separated it 2 centimeters apart each space. So that created a more angled cut like this. So that's how I got this shape. So this is the bottom flap, half of it, basically like that. Half of the bottom, the little part that flows out for the hat. So that's how I got my third measurement. So now we're gonna cut out the shapes. So cutting out the shapes is really easy. For the little flaps, for the circle, you just cut out 2 circles, one out of the fur, one out of the pink silk. I'm gonna say top, middle, bottom. So we already did top, so middle, you're gonna cut that out on the fold twice. So you're gonna cut it out in 4 times. So you're gonna cut it out 2 times in the cheetah print fabric, and then 2 times in the pink silky fabric. So bam, you're done with the pink silky fabric. Now for the bottom of the hat, you're gonna cut out a total of, so you're gonna cut out 4 pieces out of the bottom, but all cheetah print, because you don't want the pink to be at the bottom of your hat. Like you want it to be all, you want this to all be cheetah, the bottom of your hat. So you cut out 4 pieces of the bottom pattern on a fold. So the first one, you want to cut it out on a fold, and that's how you can see how long it's going to be, like the actual how long it's going to be around the head. So you want to cut that out, the first one, and then after that, on top of that, you just stack them on and just cut out the entire thing on the cheetah. So after we cut out all our patterns, we separate them. So we got the pink top, the pink middles, and then the fur bottom for the inside of the hat. And then you got the cheetah top, cheetah middle, and cheetah bottom of the hat. So basically now we're just gonna sew. So basically you're sewing each end together like so. So basically you're gonna just sew each end together, the middle, and then you want to sew the sides of the bottom on both fabrics. Well, the bottom is all cheetah, so just sew, basically you sew the two pieces together as you're seeing here. I don't know why I'm doing all this talking. You want to take your pink top and your pink middle, and you want to sew that together to create a top, the top, you know, to connect the hat. So now the hat is starting to come together, and so you're gonna sew the top and the middle together, the pink fabric. You can also do the same for the cheetah, just to do, you know, in unison hat that we already sewed together. Oh my gosh, this is so hard to explain. So we're taking oh, my hair is everything. Oh my god. You're gonna sew the hat and the bottom piece together, and that's how you do that. And then you're gonna flip the hat this way, how I'm showing you here on this video, because I don't know how to explain nothing, and I'm not going to try. Okay. And yeah, so that's how we do that. And bam, flip it in back to right side, and guess what you got? You got you a bucket hat, a cheetah bucket hat, looking fat. So I'm fire, y'all. Like, but now I feel like I need to take some pictures because I look fire. Like, this hat looks so good. Yeah, so this is my hat. I'm gonna do a little montage type ending.